Well, I would like to say for the record that a lot of groups will come to any hall anywhere, see a crowd that size, to get out there and fart around for 40 minutes to go take a shower. And you guys didn't. I think that's a lot to your credit.
Thank you.
A lot to your credit.
We feel that people there were. I heard there were 1,100 paid. I must say 11 paid. It looked like less than that in a room this size, but our feeling is somebody pays their $6 and whatever it is, and they're entitled to a show. I certainly wouldn't want to come no matter how many people were there and see guys just farting around.
Yeah.
So we.
Well, that does separate you from a lot of so-called acts.
Also, we play for ourselves as well as for the audience. I mean, we don't want to do a half-baked show. We enjoy really trying to put the music together right. So.
Well, I noticed that. You guys had to either really be enjoying it or be good actors, because you really could tell that you were. Especially you, like when you were sitting at the piano. You're dancing all the time and playing everything. It's hard to hype up that kind of stuff unless you're really cold-hearted. I know Cream came to San Diego once and they were really like a rocket. And they played about 35 minutes and Captain looked at his watch and was off and out of there. And regardless, people waited 3 hours and 2 weeks and all of a sudden to see Cream. They did the bit. I
They
think
hated
also
each other.
you were
They hated each other. Those guys were having fights on stage.
Jack Bruce would play like half month short. That's 2 years ago.
Really?
Yeah.
Well, a lot of egos going in the group like that. I think that if you guys ever were to come here on a more regular basis, it'd help you a lot, because people here are pretty faithful to groups that they like.
Right.
And a lot of radio playing stuff. But some groups come through fairly often.
Well, we live a long way from here, and that's why we haven't been here before.
Yeah. Where are you guys headed?
Woodstock, New York.
That's a little ways. How long y'all been out of there? 5 years?
Yeah. This trip, about 2 weeks.
Mm-hmm.
But
No.
But in order to play in the South, I mean, it was only last year really that we started playing in the South at all, because the expense of coming down here is such that you have to have a whole string of gigs to do it.
Yeah. Was that what you had this time? Excuse me?
Yeah. We came from Virginia Beach. We're going to Tallahassee, Polk City tomorrow. Tallahassee, Daytona.
So how long on the road are you going to be this time?
A couple months.
Couple months.
That's about as much as we can take before we go completely mad.
Yeah. Who writes most of your material?
So far, my wife and I.
And what's your wife's name?
Johanna. But
I mean, you don't know the famous Johanna Hall?
Well, I guess I didn't.
you do now.
However important. You guys do your own arrangements?
Mm-hmm.
We all write.
Yeah, the songs that we did tonight, we opened with a reggae song that was a 1,000 album record from Jamaica. And Reach is Johanna's and my team. We did a new song of Wells's, a song that Larry wrote with some other people.
Your drummer
it's kind of
thing down pretty good.
Yeah.
You guys all double and triple on stuff? It's pretty good. Not many groups do that. And once in a while somebody will trade off on something, make a big show of it, Put down one guitar, pick up another guitar.
Yeah, I'm going to switch to acoustic guitar.
Right. Oh my God. How long have you been together as a group?
5 years.
5 years? With essentially the same people?
Well, there was a trio in the beginning, Larry and Wells, the blonde who joined me, and then Lance joined 9 months into the thing, and Jerry joined a little over a year ago.
Lance and I are sisters, brothers.
Well, this is on the thing. That's pretty good longevity. To what do you attribute this? Some groups
Apples.
get- What?
Apples.
Apples?
Lack of internet.
Yeah.
What's that?
No, really. Why would
Basic.
you?
A lack of major success?
Lack of certain ability to surmount problems. We have a lot of problems when we have surmounting problems. Really,
A lot of groups will get together and they're just dynamite a year and a half, and disintegration, earthquakes and stuff. It's hard to keep a group together that long.
Well, we figure if everybody takes acid together every day, and all is over that.
As long as you take the same acid.
Right.
You took one, I did. Oh, no.
Right.
We actually have a lot of fun with it. We all joke a lot. Jerry here, court justice.
You get a review in Maryland called the waggish Jerry Marotta.
Waggish.
I'd like some you'd read in New York.
Would one of you journalists define waggish for us?
Like I asked, some you'd read in New York.
It's the University of Maryland newspaper, but it's close enough.
This is back.
Anybody else?
For the record of my tape, would you give everyone in your group's name and the instruments that they play?
Okay. Larry Hoppen here.
Hoppen, H-O-P...
P-P-E-N. Played
Guitar, piano, organ.
Piano, organ.
Clarinet,
synthesizer.
Synthesizer. Bass,
and melodica.
And melodica. What is a melodica?
like a keyboard harmonica.
Thing that he blew
That's
into
right, because on the song I thought that was a harmonica, but it
You were
wasn't.
blocked out from our site.
How do you spell that? M-O-L?
M-E-L-O-D-I-C-A-H.
Melodica, like melodica.
Alright.
Okay.
Jerry Marotta.
M-O-R.
M-A-R.
M-A-R.
Marotta. He gets his name
He's not
misspelled.
going to help any either, is he? Wrong, right, you're hot, you're cold.
M-O-R-M-A-R-O-T-T-A.
Jerry
I'd like
Marotta.
to see what that's going to come out like. M-H-T.
That's why I got the
C-K.
tape.
Anyway, Jerry Marotta here played drums and percussion and saxophone.
Sang, and he also.
Well, we all sang.
He also.
So that's
Endeared himself to the audience by saying Dothan. That's funny, once in a while one of these record hypes comes on TV, you know. You get these out-of-town announcers and you have to announce 20 different cities, different tapes, you know. They'll say Los Angeles or something. Sounds funny.
Wells Kelly.
Wells Kelly.
Wells Kelly.
K-E-L-L-E-Y.
No E in the.
K-E-L-L-Y.
Where did you go to college?
E-L-L-Y. Really?
He played.
Graduate? No, I'm sorry. I'm only
He played piano.
We're smart, but
and
we don't spell well.
Hey, I'm not smart. I don't spell.
You talked a lot.
But they love me out there. They
In
love me.
California?
No.
Wells played piano and organ and guitar and drums and sang.
And Lance played bass and sang.
Lance Hoppen.
Lance Hoppen.
Which you
P-P-E-N.
Right. Played bass and sang. And I, John Hall.
John Hall and wife Johanna.
And wife Johanna. No, actually, wife Johanna didn't play anything.
No, but she wrote.
She wrote lyrics to a lot of the songs, and I played guitar and drums and percussion and sang.
And your other drummer.
And acoustic guitar. I doubled on acoustic guitar. I studied it for a long time. That's it. That's 5 people.
Questions?
How do you like living here?
I like it.
How did you get into this? Speaking of the album.
Wait, I have one here.
Where did you get your start?
And what?
In the literary field. In Dothan.
Well,
Dothan.
I own an advertising agency with my brother, and I write the entertainment column for the newspaper 4 times. Because I don't want to miss the shows, and I write
Okay.
interviews.
Before Johanna and I started writing songs together, she was a music writer for the Village Voice.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Well, it's fun.
And Crawdaddy and Rocky Houston and some other people.
Have you guys been with the same label all 5 years? Or?
You know, we started out with ABC Records. We cut 2 albums for them and then got dropped. Signed with Asylum and did 2 albums for them. And right after we signed, when our first album with Asylum was put out, we had our first AM radio success, which kind of gave us a little more secure position.
Which was?
Well, Let There Be Music was up to like 40s or so on the national charts, and then Dancing News top 5. So. But at that point, the record company said they must be okay. They can't get.
So you still with the sound?
It's funny how they don't really judge musical quality.
You look at the charts.
Yeah. Well, they're individuals, and they're probably going to say, "Yeah, I really believe in those guys." 1 week they can be saying, "I really believe in you."
Really
You
excited.
fellas are really, you know.
Mm-hmm.
And then next week you got a deficit on the books. Next.
What do you think about Wild Cherry's success and their musical abilities compared to
Are they from down here?
others? No.
They're from Ohio.
They're from Youngstown.
Well, I'll tell you, I wasn't. Go on. You tell.
I don't know that much about Wild Cherry. I know they're single.
That's all about anybody really knew.
Yeah.
What they,
I've
let's just
never
say,
seen them live.
what they do to
I'm
a
not
funky
qualified to
song,
answer this question.
very few people can do that way.
But at their last concert, that's all they did, the same song over and over with a different title.
Yeah.
I have the impression that they're a one-shot group. At least I'm afraid for them that's the case. I saw them on the Grammy Awards, and they seemed to be a real solid bar band. I mean, they look like they.
Oh, they'd be terrific bar bands, especially about 2 in the morning. Everybody's grooving.
Yeah, but I wasn't crazy about that song. I mean,
No.
Well, they seem to have done the same sort of thing that Chuck Berry had a lot of, and people like that had happened to them. Like the Beatles came along and picked up Berry's material, and he sold 2 million records, and he's still playing the Steak and Chicken circuit. And there's a lot of black bands that play better than Wild Cherry does, the same kind of stuff, but they don't have the access to that white middle class audience that somebody like White Cherry has. They come along, they didn't play
White
anything
Cherry.
different than
Wild
anything.
Cherry.
Wild Cherry. Well, you know. And they just pick up that groove and that beat, you know they didn't think of it. And so they get this big white.
well, I don't resent that myself. I mean, as a white musician who plays somewhat R&B influenced music, I mean, we all listen to a lot of black music.
But you guys mix it up a lot. Like you have control of a lot of idioms.
Yeah.
Wild Cherry had control of one idiom for an hour and a half.
I mean, I really wouldn't worry too much about Earth, Wind and Fire or the Ohio players having enough people to play to. And they actually they cross over a lot. Earth, Wind and Fire plays to a lot of white audience.
Well, that seems to be the name of the radio game a lot today too. It's crossover. They want you to have crossover. You don't got to do pop. You switch to a little country action, a little easy listening stuff. You under pressure like that, everybody, the company that writes some MOR deal is going to.
They're interested in it, but they don't.
Very minimal type stuff.
Yeah, they don't really ask us or tell us or even talk about what we're writing. But if we put a bunch of songs on an album,
I don't know if that was you or Jerry.
they might have a tendency at some point to like pick one of the tunes that is, more likely to cross over into MOR.
Do they have control over a single release?
They have a lot to say about what tune comes out as a single, but they don't have
They
control.
don't tell you what you're writing.
Well, they're the ones that have to work it, so usually what happens is they'll tell us what they want and what the guys in the field think they can get on the radio.
Yeah.
And if we agree with them, then that's great. If we disagree with them, we have to balance off the effect. If we tell them, no, you can't put that out, we want this in the single, and really put our foot down, then that puts in a position where they might not believe quite as much in it as they did in whatever it was that they wanted. So usually we take their wishes into consideration. They usually get their way on it.
Yeah, Dad and crossed over into the MOR charts pretty well. I think it was number 9 or something. His highest tune. And they don't mind that at all.
It's the kind of question you ask a lot of musicians that write. Like sometimes when you write or get a hold of something that turns out like Dance With Me, you have any idea at all, like when it comes out. Oh! Or it's just a good tune, and you write a lot of good tunes, but something about that. Do you ever have that kind of feeling that you've got a tiger? Or?
Yeah, you do. You can, I mean, I don't know if we actually say like, well, this is a hit and this is, but like, it's funny how you build, like, you have to build a song like anything else, and like what we've done with certain tunes have just lent themselves to being that way. But the one great thing about being in this band, me like joining the band, just recently, is that the band can be commercially accepted. Like we can have hit records, but we can still retain a little dignity while we do it. It's not like we have to do like some of that crazy shit you hear on the radio where it's obvious, one-shot thing, and it's like you're not going to want to go see that group play live.
Because after you hit a hit, you've heard it.
Yeah.
We like to think that the singles are just an invitation for people to buy the album and to come see us live. Just a little glimpse of it.
Well, for me, your music really never came out until I saw you live. I always appreciated your singles on the radio, but the AM radio in my car from point A to point B is as close as I ever came to your real music. And that's what a live performance will do.
Yes,
So all of a sudden you
know.
become a fan and you never really knew that that was a potential group that would be one that you really liked. So that is the benefit of being on the road, although I'm sure it's hard.
Another thing, one thing that's real hip,
expensive too.
a hip thing that I personally think is happening. I don't listen to the radio that much, but I think nowadays more of the hipper stuff is happening on AM radio. You know, like the FM stuff that I listen to. Basically, a lot of there's in New York anyway. There's a bunch of FM stations have come up with like a top 40. They're playing top 40 music, you know, on FM.
Just a different top 40, it's an album top 40 instead of...
Yeah.
No, but there's like
But it's always the
PIX
same
and
song.
CBS, and there's a bunch of
Yeah, they
top
won't play
40
anything that's not familiar. They'll play Led Zeppelin's A Whole Lot of Love. And they'll play...
Staircase to
they'll play Wind in the Water, you know, and then maybe they'll break it up with...
And Iron
No, but they
Butterfly
play. There's top, but there are strict top 40 station FM stations.
Oh, yeah.
PLJ has almost become that
Well,
way.
PIX is.
Yeah, CBS is also. You know, these stations were at one time
Well, some
Progressive.
of yeah,
playing
some of
progressive
the
music.
some
But
of the
what I'm trying to say
singles-
is there's hipper stuff. People seem to be becoming hipper, you know, and like digging hipper stuff, you know.
Well, I hope so.
As opposed to like sugar and that kind of stuff.
I like that.
There's something about those confections, you know, you hate them, but you find yourself going, sugar. Oh, I hate that song. Sugar,
Right.
sugar.
You want to hear
Worms
something?
your way in
I'll
your
tell you something
brain.
really funny.
It's like a good jingle.
A friend of mine engineered a lot of those old records, right?
Uh-huh.
And he said the Ohio Express and, you know, all those different records. And they were never bands. Most of them were never bands. They were like studio bands,
names.
right?
Uh-huh.
And
Link
he
Red,
told me,
the Rainbow.
the classic thing he told me was they used to do like albums in a day, you know? But the funny thing is that he said that they one time used the same exact song, the same exact track, everything exact, except they did a different vocal on it, and the background vocals were the same. And they put it on 2 different albums under 2 different group names. Like the Ohio Express was one group, and then there was this other group that had a big
The
top 40.
1910 Fruit Company.
Yeah, right, and they used the same record, exactly, on both records, which is incredible, you know.
You
I
get the
don't know
fruit
why
out
I
of the
said that,
picture.
but I just think that
That is funny. Did you ever hear...
Orange
There's
juice
a
went for
song,
my
remember
star.
Alley-Oop?
Yeah.
A guy in L.A. wrote that, got the song, and went out cruising in his car and picked up these guys off the street corner and turned them into Archie and the Archies. And they recorded Alley-Oop, and that was it. They're one shot and off to anonymity.
Did you ever hear Wilson Pickett's version of Sugar Sugar?
No.
Great record.
I have a reggae version of Sugar Sugar,
Uh-huh.
like the Heftones. It's incredible,
Yeah.
man. Incredible.
I'll have to play Wilson Pickett's version. It's
Yeah.
really fun.
Wait, John, we're cleaning it up
Oh,
here,
oh.
so if it's...
Okay, don't clean it up. Let's
Well,
let's get the definitive.
This is for the newspaper,
Why don't you
you
go up to the
know.
table a little bit, would you?
This is a family version.
Oh,
Five
yeah.
Virginia stars.
We'll hide all the vices here.
Let's get the Winstons out of the picture. We don't want to make these kids smoke. Where's that joint?
Big baggy on the
Don't play with matches.
Let's go ahead and talk and stuff.
So where do you go after tonight? That's
Well,
the question.
That's what I am.
Well, I'll tell you where we're going is we do that outdoor folk center.
To the what?
Folk City is a
There's
festival.
Where
a
in the world
festival
is that?
outside. It's in Florida. somewhere.
Lakeland. Very close to Lakeland.
And then we're going to Tallahassee.
Yeah.
Tallahassee.
Or what night?
Sunday night is
What's
Tallahassee.
tonight, Friday?
Yeah.
Sunday night.
And we're off Monday and Tuesday. We're in Raleigh Wednesday.
Raleigh, North Carolina?
Yeah. And then we're routed back to Florida again, to Daytona on Friday
And
Back to
Saturday.
Raleigh.
and then Saturday.
Back to Raleigh?
No. The routing is...
Tri-state area.
Then back here?
No. The routing is a little weird. It's just we go from Florida to Raleigh to Florida. Don't ask me why we're doing that.
That's a long way to go back and forth. We
Yeah.
see a lot.
It's really rough when you have to hitchhike to gigs.
See a lot of the crowds.
Rough on the road.
What do you guys think about New York City? Do you like it? Like, do you get there much from Woodstock?
Jerry doesn't like it. He would make him live there. But
I love it. I live there.
Where are you
I
from?
really dig it. Pretty much from New York. I was born in Ohio, but I was born and bred in Ohio. I don't know where I was buttered.
Oh,
Sorry. That's a Red Fox joke.
Sounds
I'll
like
never
you,
use
Ed.
it again. No, I live in Manhattan. They live in Woodstock, the rest of the band. We're a very tightly knit unit.
Brian's been to Long Island.
I used to live in Long
I'm
Island.
from
Did you?
Long
Stony Brook.
well, you just
we
played
there like last
Oh,
week.
You just
really?
played Suffolk Community
I
College.
just-
I'm from Bayshore.
It's nice out there. It's kind of unfriendly. It's the only place I've ever been where I tried to hitchhike from where I lived to the campus, and nobody would pick me up. Not
Kind of an
even
offshoot
the
from New York City.
young hoodlums would pick me up. It was
Yeah,
very
you should try
weird.
hitchhiking in Woodstock sometime.
Is it the same way? Very provincial, very...
No, I mean, I just hitched on a day that was...
I pick up
When I was out at Mount Tremper, it took me like 3 hours to get into town one day. But I mean...
There's probably 3 cars. You know, you got one out of.
I mean, 3 feet of snow didn't help matters at all.
I lived in New York for a few years.
How'd you like that?
I loved it. I love New York. I can't take the dirt. You know, it's really.
Yeah.
It's pretty dirty.
Pretty grimy.
Pretty noisy. I wake up in New York and I feel like somebody's been spraying dust into my lungs.
It doesn't feel as bad to me as LA does.
Really?
LA has that like, there's a haze in LA that's like all
But it's a different kind
around.
of pollution. LA is like a chemical smog, and New York is like a dirt smog.
Yeah.
I can put up with the chemical one more than I can put up with
LA's
the
all right
dirt.
if you live next to the beach.
Yeah.
Because
Because
then
the wind
you
blows
always
in off the ocean.
drive. Or even Santa Monica's not bad.
What do we like to do?
Yeah.
We used to like to go up 42nd Street.
Yeah, you know, catch the new
Cruise Times
flicks.
Square.
We all went together to see Fuck Me, Whip Me, Suck Me, Kill Me the other day. I'm
It's
sorry.
really exciting movie.
It's really a family show.
It is. Family, good family of Dick Van Dyke is
Nursery in the back.
Mary Tyler Moore.
There's a lot of good entertainment in New York. That's really.
I actually heard that she did blue movies before she...
You're Tyler Moore?
Yeah, that's what I heard. Will Lee claims to have a stag movie with Barbara Streisand in it. And he swears that it's her.
It's probably a lookalike.
Yeah, could be.
I'm sure people who produce those films will go out and pay money for lookalikes for
Oh,
any
yeah.
star. You know,
Yeah,
they
for
get-
sure.
You get a lot of Farrah Fawcett majors these days.
Yeah.
You also have your hair.
There's a lot of good music happening in New York. You know,
Oh, well, you can come in the picture.
Come on, get in the picture.
No.
Oh. Come on.
We gotta go.